drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Are you looking for a good company? A company that can get you home and you make good money? Then you need to call Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Blue Cross Blue Shield, hey, you know we still had a $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. We've been in business since 1959. We've been rolling these wheels with money, money, money since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, Bo. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana,
North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas.
We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. You're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana,
North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you, please don't text and drive. Don't, any kind of handheld device, do not do it and drive. Did you know it's 6 times more dangerous texting and driving than drinking and driving? So don't do it. Please do not do it. Be safe. It's summertime. Let's have a good time. It's dangerous. Don't do it. We want everybody to be safe. From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the place that puts God and family first.
Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. If you wonder why I'm smiling because Trenum Tech is in town. And they got some students here with me, and I'm going to have them on the show, and we're going to go to Julia's and eat and give them a tour of our wonderful facility there. We're just going to have a good time. It's a good day to be alive. Let's do our word of the day. You know, at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. And I found this very interesting this morning. I actually read it on the radio. But it comes from Matthew. It's Matthew 11:28. Study Bible says, "Come to me, all you who are toiling and loaded down, and I will refresh you." King James Version says, Matthew 11:28, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Isn't it good to know that we can get a spiritual relief from our Father that's in heaven? I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to stay on that road, especially with the world being like it is today. Don't want you to forget, we're selling ribs. I hope I brought my paperwork with me. I'm trying to get a little better. Father time is getting to me. But we got some little girls that won state, and they're going to Louisiana. Well, that's just like me. I left the little sheet. But anyway, I do know this because I done bought some. The ribs are $25 a rack. They're cooked. Excuse me. They're going to have a pickup destination, and I think they're going to deliver some. We're talking about these good ribs, big ribs. But the most important thing is these little girls. They're not just representing Troy. They're representing the whole state of Alabama. Now, they're going to Louisiana, and we don't want them down there without their sufficient needs. It's going to cost a lot of money, but if everybody buys a slab of ribs, it'll be just fine. They're $25 a slab, and I'm happy to say I haven't asked nobody yet that haven't bought one. I can't eat that much pork, but I'm going to eat a little bit of them ribs that day. So don't forget, these girls are going down there, and I'm going to have a little more information about that. I come off and left it on my desk, but we're excited about them. Like I say, they're representing the whole state of Alabama. They even much had to change their jersey. They the Sweeties. That's what they name of that team is. But they had to change their jerseys to Alabama to represent the state of Alabama. And the part of Louisiana they going, it's about an 8-hour drive. The reason I know that because I was going to go down there and support them until I found out it was 8 hours. A little rough on the old man there. And get back to work. But I don't know. I may surprise them girls and ease off down there. But I'm so excited about it. You know, that makes Pike County look good. And it's just a wonderful thing. So please, ma'am, please, sir, you can contact me or you can contact Kim Hunt. You can get Kim Hunt at work at 334-566-5184. Or you can contact me. You know the number, 334-372-5049. I had to actually think of my own number. Or you can call right here at the TV station. Dustin knows how to get up with me. Do whatever it takes. Jim McPherson, Terry McPherson. I'm going to call some names. Matthew Jordan, Jim Jackson, the Dodge place, Chevrolet place. Well, that covered Jim Jackson. Nissan place. Workers, co-workers, everybody. If you ain't got $25, go in with somebody. Go in with somebody. Y'all buy a slab together and sit there and eat them during your lunch hour. If you can't eat pork like me or not supposed to, buy some and give it to somebody. Just help these girls out. I really want some help with these girls. They was actually supposed to be on the show this morning, and I think the coach had something going on, but they couldn't make it, so they rescheduled to next Monday. Well, it's that time. Let's get these students up here. We'll be right back after this break. Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
How long you been driving for Wiley Sanders?
7 years.
How long you been driving for Wiley?
6 years.
How many miles you get away?
2,500.
Wow, how many miles you get away?
2,700.
Are you in the 401k?
Yes, sir.
Matching at 4%?
Yes.
Wow, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Are y'all happy?
Oh, very happy.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Welcome to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, state-of-the-art bunkhouse. Let me show you. Do you like it cold? Then set it cold. Got the spouse with you? We've got you covered. Sit back in the state-of-the-art bunkhouse and watch your favorite TV show. Relax, have a good time. After a long day, you can come in the state-of-the-art bunkhouse and get a great hot shower. Look how nice they are. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we keep it clean for you. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, boy.
From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you, please don't text and drive. Don't any kind of handheld device. Do not do it and drive. Did you know it's 6 times more dangerous texting and driving than drinking and driving? So don't do it. Please do not do it. Be safe. It's summertime. Let's have a good time. It's dangerous. Don't do it. We want everybody to be safe. From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you.
Some companies may tell you that the grass is greener. At Wiley Sanders, we know the grass is greener. Been in business since 1959. That's not green. It's not green. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Now, this is green grass. This is green money. $1,000 sign on both Blue Cross Blue Shield. 401k, we match it up to 4%. Get you home regular, good equipment. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We do what we say. Come join the best today. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we keep it nice and clean. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice and clean.
Nice and shiny.
Are you an experienced driver looking for a good truck driving job? Then try Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We're looking for team drivers. We're looking for single drivers. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we have it for you. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Drive for the best. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we know one thing. Drivers first.
From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you, please don't text and drive. Don't any kind of handheld device. Do not do it and drive. Did you know it's 6 times more dangerous texting and driving than drinking and driving? So don't do it. Please do not do it. Be safe. It's summertime. Let's have a good time. It's dangerous. Don't do it. We want everybody to be safe. From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you.
You're not just a number. We know your name. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, family owned, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. We got Blue Cross Blue Shield. Hey, we can get you home. Wiley Sanders Truck Line been rolling these wheels since 1959. Money, money, money. Just rolling these wheels. If these wheels roll, you make money. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Both. Tell them. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we put God and family first. Are you looking for a good company? A company that can get you home and you make good money? then you need to call Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Blue Cross Blue Shield, hey, you know we still had a $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. We've been in business since 1959. We've been rolling these wheels with money, money, money since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, Bo. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Ohio, Arkansas.
we're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. You're not driving one of them.
And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. So how we doing this morning?
Doing good.
And I'm gonna start with you ladies first, of course.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good.
And your name?
Kimbrietta Robinson.
Kimbrietta Robinson. Talked to you earlier before we came on air, and you said you from Barber County.
No, Bullock County.
Bullock County.
Yes.
Did you have anybody? Oh man, I had two guys that drove for us from Bullock County. They was two brothers. One of them say he won the state. He was Mr. Basketball, some tall guy.
Yes.
Oh, what was that guy?
Cedric Peebles or Courtney Mack. Oh, probably Anthony. I don't know.
It was two. It was one of them. But anyway, he was a real nice guy. They came and drove by themselves, and then him and his brother started driving together. But he was super tall. And I asked him one day, man, you play basketball? And he told me, yeah, he did. Anyway, what is your name, sir?
Mitch McBill.
Mitch
McBill.
McBill. Okay, you're from?
Montgomery.
Okay. Well, I got a $1 million question here.
Uh-oh.
I didn't
Okay.
give y'all the spiel before y'all came on air. I'm not going to ask you nothing you don't know, so just relax. Enjoy yourself. Don't sit there and worry. Everything I ask you, I promise you, you'll know the answer to. Well, what made you get in the truck? Want to get in the
It's
truck?
a bucket list.
A bucket list.
It's a bucket list thing. Both my grandfathers drove trucks.
Yes, sir.
My father had trucks,
Yes, sir.
and so I've been around them. And when I was a small kid, you know, we used to have the Hot Wheels cars,
Yeah.
little Matchbox cars. I had little trucks that I would play with, and I'm getting to the point, but up in age to where I need to go ahead and do it. So
When you talk about Hot Wheels, it makes me think I got a driver. His name is Alan Foles, and he's got a son that's got a car collection that's tremendously. And I buy two of the same kind. I give him one, and I keep one. I've been trying to tell him, me and you got our own little car collection, because he's got a lot of them. So those cars are still good. You still got some of yours?
I do, yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I've got I got a bunch of mine. I like little stuff like that, just to look at them and enjoy them. So that's good. I mean, you're gonna get along good. We like cars. Yeah. What made you get in the truck?
Just want to try something new. Want to travel. Just see different things. Just try something new.
Okay. On your thing of wanting to try something new, it brings joy to my heart when I say this. I've been all over this world, and the majority of the beautiful places that I've seen, I got paid to see.
Mm-hmm.
When I go on vacation, I go somewhere like Texas or Louisiana,
Paid to
somewhere
travel.
within my
Yeah.
expense line. But when I was driving a truck, I went to the Grand Canyon 1 month, like up there and back. Then a couple of weeks later, I went up there like 3 times, and I actually rode by it one time, and I didn't stop, because the second time I was up there, I became into the photographer. You know, you walk around by yourself, and some people say, "Would you take a picture of us? Would you take a picture of us?"
Well, now they got the selfie sticks now.
Yeah, they got the selfies. But it was real nice. It was real nice. Sometimes when I think about that, I think about all the places I've been. You ever heard of Green Bay?
Wisconsin?
The Green Bay Packers. Well, I went to Wisconsin one time, and when the man gave me the directions, he told me this. He said, when you come past the Green Bay Stadium, he said, you just keep straight. He said, it's going to look like it's going into a residential. He said, it is, but it's 2 blocks, and it opens up into our facility. I was on the record with Lobo. And man, it took a lot for me to trust that guy. I was too lazy to walk them 2 blocks. I walked about halfway and I still couldn't see it. And it was at night and dogs was barking. I'm thinking, man, you need to go get back in that truck. So I got back in the truck and I just replayed it and I had wrote it down. When you pass the green, I could look, and that was the Green Bay Stadium. He said, it's gonna look like a residence. I said, okay. And I did. I just went in there. I've never seen a neighborhood open up like that. About that second block, there was this big old gate. It just went into his place. He told me, I asked him, I said, man, how y'all get back in? He said, my daddy was here first. And he didn't sell his, and they built them developments in front of that. But his daddy never would, so everybody else sold. So pretty interesting story. And then, so when I come back out, I just pulled over and I went into the Green Bay Stadium. I think it cost back. You know this been a long. I'm gonna tell my age in a minute. You know this been a long time ago. It was $5. So you imagine how long that's been. $5. I never will forget that. I say for $5. Mm-hmm. And I ain't never been back on my own, but I went down on the truck. So, your dream can come true. Your dream can come true. This the only industry I heard you say it was on your bucket list. Well, you picked a good paying bucket list. When I say this, I say it from my heart. It's the only industry that I know. And when I sit around young people, I always tell them, hit your cell phone, because, you know, they got that Google now. Google will tell you when you tell the story. But it's the only business that I know. You can go to school 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 12 weeks. And come out the door making $50,000 or more. That's just out the door. I mean, that's nothing. That's just out the door. I remember when it was my dream to make $50,000. Mm-hmm. That was just, I don't know, somebody told me if you make that, I guess they didn't know what the economy was going to get to. And I remember I strived to do that, so.
Yep.
Very good industry.
Back in November, I told my son
Yes, sir.
that I was going to go to trucking school. He beat me to it. He went ahead and went to Trenton, and he finished, I think, in February, and he's driving now.
Where did he go?
He went to Milton. He loves it.
You tell him he made a bad choice.
He should have went to Wiley Sanders, huh?
Well, I don't. My boss always instructs me to just tend to what's going on at Wiley Sanders, but I tell him, excuse me, we gonna be hard to beat. Mm-hmm. I don't care how you go around with trucking. I don't care how you look at it. When you're a trucking company and 75 to 80% of your freight is freight that you create, and I'll show you that today at lunch. I will do a little demonstration and I will show you that. And you're going to find it amazing. You're going to find a junk battery can be many things. A junk battery. Remember what I said, a junk battery. You ever had a bad battery in your car? You ever had a bad battery?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Your thought was to do what? Get this thing out here and get me a new battery. I just want to get this out of here. You may jump it off 1 or 2 times. After that, you say, I'm going to get me a battery.
Yeah.
We'll take that battery. We'll take that junk battery. We truly, what they say, one man's junk is another man's gold. I don't know what we call it, gold or not, but we sure like a junk battery. We can do something.
Everybody's got to have batteries, too.
Everybody's got to have batteries. There's 2 things I think about sometimes when I'm just, I call it my silly thoughts. I be trying to imagine how many batteries was cranked up on a Monday morning. Most people go somewhere on Mondays. If they don't go to work, they go somewhere on Mondays. It's the start of the week. Okay, I got to go get groceries for the week. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got to go get this. Okay, I got to go get some stuff for my garden. I'm going to work in my garden. Weekends, we kind of lay back. But just think of every switch that was turned on Mondays to crank a vehicle.
Not only that, you got lawnmowers and tractors and, there's all kinds of batteries.
I went to lunch one day, and my side-by-side wasn't cranked. So I bought a battery fed. My lawnmower, when you would engage the blades, it would cut off. And come to find out, the battery was weak, so when you engage the blades, it cut off. I couldn't believe that. Of course, now I jumped it off for a year before that. So I got all the good out of the battery. But it's 2 batteries, about like 240 or something. I told the guys back at work, I said, man, I can't take another lunch hour like that. I can't have that going on. So what kind of work have you did before you decided to go to trucking?
I practiced law
Okay.
for a long time. Had 3 offices. Had offices in Montgomery, one in Birmingham, and one in Opelika. And just got sick of it.
Got sick of it. Defending people.
All you do is argue.
Was you a trial lawyer? Okay.
Yep, did everything. We did bankruptcies, criminal, divorce, business law.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did you do that?
Almost 18 years.
Really?
Up
Oh,
in,
that's so interesting. I've had doctors. I've had school teachers. I got a paramedic. But I don't think I ever had a lawyer.
it was fun for about 5 years. And then I was putting in 12, 14-hour days at work, 6 days a week. You know, you get burnt out. So,
Okay.
yeah.
What'd you do prior?
I cook, I cater. I still do it from time to time.
Oh.
But I'm just like I'm about sick of it.
They telling. Well, how come we didn't get for 20 meatballs? We should have had 50. That'd be me.
But this
That'd be
price
me.
is that crazy. This price is cheaper. I can just get in the truck and just go deliver.
I got a sign at my car wash. Cheap is not always better. If you want a good job, stay here. If you want a cheap job, have a great day or something.
Yeah.
I read it in somebody else's business and I took a picture of it.
I mean, that's still.
I got a picture of it. I may run by there today and get it to you because it's so like our trucks. We buy nice equipment. Even though we're not going to drive them, you're going to drive them. The nicer piece of equipment you in, the better you're going to be mentally. APUs, I'm proud to say this. If it's in trucking, we either got it or we on the way to get it. No, I'm serious. We have followed this game. We've been in this since 1959. Ain't going nowhere. I always stomp my foot when I said that we ain't going nowhere. That's a long time. You learn a lot of things. I bet you can sit here and tell me stuff about law that I ain't never thought of. You did it for 18 years. I mean, you learn a lot of things when you do something continuously. You try it this way, you learn, okay, that don't work. You try, that's what we've been doing. I think we got one of the greatest setup for us maintenance anywhere in the country. The way our maintenance is set up, the way our wash rack, our inspection lane. We got a building, a 2-lane thing. And which I'm going to take you to show you this, but I just want to tell you this right quick. It's called inspection lane. I think that's the most important area on our yard. The reason I say that is this. You may miss something. You may have had so many drivers, they be mad because they went through inspection and they truck in the shop and they go, I ain't write nothing up. And you call down to the shop and they say, yeah, the inspection lane found out they needed brakes. So, remember this. Your truck is just like your car. If you take care of it, you have good success. When you break down, that costs you money. So, little things like that is good. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll come right back. We'll be right back with Trinum Technical Call.
You're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina.
Ohio and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you, please don't text and drive. Don't, any kind of handheld device, do not do it and drive. Did you know it's 6 times more dangerous texting and driving than drinking and driving? So don't do it. Please do not do it. Be safe. It's summertime. Let's have a good time. It's dangerous. Don't do it. We want everybody to be safe. From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the place that puts God and family first. How long you been driving for Wiley Sanders?
7 years.
How long you been driving for Wiley?
6 years.
How many miles you get away?
2,500.
Wow, how many miles you get away?
2,700.
Are you in the 401k?
Yes, sir.
Matching at 4%.
Yes.
Wow, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Are y'all happy?
Oh, very happy.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Welcome to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, state-of-the-art bunkhouse. Let me show you. Do you like it cold? Then set it cold. Got the spouse with you? We've got you covered. Sit back in the state-of-the-art bunkhouse and watch your favorite TV show. Relax, have a good time. After a long day, you can come in the state-of-the-art bunkhouse and get a great hot shower. Look how nice they are. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we keep it clean for you. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, boy.
From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you, please don't text and drive. Don't, any kind of handheld device, do not do it and drive. Did you know it's 6 times more dangerous texting and driving than drinking and driving? So don't do it. Please do not do it. Be safe. It's summertime. Let's have a good time. It's dangerous. Don't do it. We want everybody to be safe. From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you.
Some companies may tell you that the grass is greener. At Wiley Sanders, we know the grass is greener. Been in business since 1959. That's not green. It's not green. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Now, this is green grass. This is green money. $1,000 sign on bonus. Blue Cross Blue Shield. 401k. We match it up to 4%. Get you home regular. Good equipment. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We do what we say. Come join the best today. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we keep it nice and clean. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice and clean.
Nice and shiny.
Are you an experienced driver looking for a good truck driving job? Then try Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We're looking for team drivers. We're looking for single drivers. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we have it for you. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Drive for the best. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we know one thing. Drivers first.
From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you, please don't text and drive. Don't, any kind of handheld device, do not do it and drive. Did you know it's 6 times more dangerous texting and driving than drinking and driving? So don't do it. Please do not do it. Be safe. It's summertime. Let's have a good time. It's dangerous. Don't do it. We want everybody to be safe. From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you.
You're not just a number. We know your name. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Family owned. Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. We got Blue Cross Blue Shield. Hey, we can get you home. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Been rolling these wheels since 1959. Money, money, money. Just rolling these wheels. If these wheels roll, you make money. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We put God and family first. Both. Tell them. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We put God and family first. Are you looking for a good company? A company can get you home and you make good money? Then you need to call Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Blue Cross Blue Shield. Hey, you know we still had a $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. We've been in business since 1959. We've been rolling these wheels with money, money, money since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, Bo. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois.
Indiana.
North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, Arkansas.
We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana.
North Carolina and South Carolina, Ohio and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you, please don't text and drive. Don't, any kind of handheld device, do not do it and drive. Did you know? And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You know, I was listening to you when we was on our little break, and you was talking about your son was single and he was driving a truck. I tell a lot of young people this. You think about this, because I had a friend of mine that did it, but we lost contact. I would like to know how it worked out for him. But you take a single man and say he didn't have no rent,
Living at home.
no car payment, nothing. I just wonder how much money would he have if he got with a good company like Wiley Sanders Truck Line, and worked for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Just 5 years. Living off the, and I ain't talking about starving, I don't believe in that. I'm talking about eating healthy. But living off the bare minimum. I'm going somewhere with this. Wonder what he would have in 5 years. I'll tell you what he would have. He'd have a good little nest egg. And he'd have a good little thing in his 401k. Because with us, we match your 401k up to 4%. But we do it on the gross pay. Which makes a significant difference. A very significant difference on the gross pay. So, you just think about that. I said that to say this. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to drive a truck. I want to be this. I want to be that. But they don't have the money to do that. You're doing a bucket list. What is wrong with trucking? Let that be plan one to get to plan B.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're single, you have no bills, all you're paying for is your food on the road, because everything else is paid for, and you're putting everything else in the bank.
In the bank.
So
Now, that can be very expensive. Most of my drivers that are out there that are real smart, they have a refrigerator.
mm-hmm.
They do a lot of cooking. Some of them have crock pots. It's just one guy. He'll call me sometime. He have everything in the crock pot. He'll send me a picture of it. And then that evening, he'll send me a picture of it. He'll drive all day when he be done eat it. It's good. But I got a lot of drivers that I'm real close to. And I got one I need to read, Mr. Dillinger's. I got what's called a suggestion box at the driver's line. And I won't read it unless you have your name, your truck number, and your dispatch. If you don't fill out them 3 spots, I won't read it. If you take time and fill out that, I'll read it. Now, I read over this once, so I'm not going to read it word for word. But he wants a suggestion. Todd Dillinger. We give 2 weeks vacation after 1 year. And he wants, after 5 consecutive years at Wiley Sanders, a full week of vacation. He gonna get me run off. Consecutive years. He was talking about that, and he said it would give you more family time and more time with your family at home. Okay. And he wanted to send out a praise to TJ. That was his dispatcher. He said, I'm in the boat division. He's constantly and always looks ahead to assist his drivers. And he didn't just say him. He said TJ does it for all his drivers. He says, I really appreciate his attention to detail regarding our loads. Now, that's pretty good coming from his driver. This is, yeah. Let's see what else he's got on here. Long-term driver goals to look forward to as a 9-year. Plus will be absolutely grateful for a 3rd-week vacation. I think Todd really wants some more vacation time. As always, thanks for considering this request, as both the drivers and the company will benefit. And you know, I tell the drivers, if they fill it out right, I'm gonna read it. I don't care if it stings a little bit or whatever it does. I'm gonna read it because this driver took time to sit in the driver's line and read it. Now Todd Dillon, I'm gonna tell you a little something about him. He's one of our trainers. And he don't train for the money. Our safety director, Mr. Doug Kitchens, he has to train us to train with the attitude of making a difference in somebody's life. Training somebody for a career. You know, really the guy that trains you and him should always have a special bond. Now, we give a mentor pay where we give the driver something for them to let you stay in contact with them and call them if you get into a situation. But I got some great trainers. Todd is one of them, but I'll take 100 of them like it. And that's not the only one. I got several I'll take 100 of. When in safety, Doug Kitchens, the safety director, he always said we'd be talking about, do you know so-and-so? He said, no, I think I know him by name. He said, which is a good thing. Out of sight, out of mind. I mean, that driver doing a good job. You don't hear from him. You don't hear from him. Now, that training program is 6 weeks. Now, you went to school for 6 weeks. Say 12. Because it's not over with yet. You got 6 more weeks. And you may be concerned about this. I have lady trainers, but I got some men that don't do nothing but train ladies, and they do a good job of it. Never have a moment's of trouble. Never. They're good. Some ladies prefer a man, some don't. Whatever, I try to please. Now, what questions you got for me? You first. Ask me a question. Ask me something. I ain't gonna know the answer, but ask me.
I don't have none at the moment.
You don't have none anymore. Wait till you see our facility. What question you got?
I was just going to say 6 weeks goes by fast. And, like I said, we went through Trenum, and 6 weeks went by so fast.
Did it really?
Yeah, enjoyed every bit of it.
I did.
You did?
Yeah. But a question I have is that your trainers, how much experience do you have to have as a driver before you become a trainer or can become a trainer?
Well, now we do that on a day-to-day basis. And let me tell you why I say that. Say, for instance, some people make the wrong choice a long time. Somebody could come to our company but been driving for 15 years. Well, I would just give him 6 months to get acclimated to our system. You know, he's already a driver. He just don't know our system.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be on his way to training quickly. Now, someone like yourself, say for instance, if you train with somebody and they gonna come to me, they're gonna do a evaluation sheet on you. And if your sheet always is just high, because some people catch on better than other people. You know, in 6 months or a year, we may let you train. I can't say it's impossible. I tell everybody that come and join us, your attitude controls your altitude. That is a true saying in any walks of life. Your attitude controls your altitude. And I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, I had a guy say one time, so I done got old enough, I just say what I feel. Well, I done got to that age, I just say what I feel. When I came to Wiley Sanders, I didn't know nothing about a truck. Nothing. And I looked at them trucks and I looked at all them gauges and I said, oh man, I'm gonna learn how to drive one of these. I had no idea because I was sweeping the floor. But prayer was a powerful thing. And working in your attitude. Be that one to say, I'll go. I'll do it. And that's how I got my start. People not coming to work, and then I get in there and do that. And just so, what I'm telling you is, if you want to be a trainer, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. But I'm going to tell you something about the 6-week program. And I hate to do you guys like this, but you just hear it again. You already know. But the 6-week training program is so cool. And yeah, I brag on my safety director because we went from a 30% finishing ratio to a 70%. What do I mean? 6 weeks. The first week, that driver drives. You just sit there and watch it. You don't want you to sleep now. I want you to sit there watching it. And asking questions and learning. Maybe day 4 or 5, he might let you maybe 5, 6, day 5 or day 6, before you get ready to take over, he may let you drive a couple hours. Week 2, you drive. He sits on it and observes and mentors and teaches you. Maybe day 5 or 6, he may have to help you a couple hours. You ain't used to sitting there for 11 hours. It's gonna take some getting used to. But once you get used to it, it comes like nothing. So that's how that works. So after them 2 weeks, then y'all start as a double team. Week 6, they call on in, tell us you ready to test. We test you out. Now, I said 6 weeks, right? Say when your 6 weeks is coming up, and I respect this more than I respect somebody just trying it. Well, 2 things could happen. My driver may tell me you're not ready. That's at his discretion. I trust him. That's why I made him a trainer. If he said, what's your name, sir?
Mitch.
Mitch. If he say, hey, Hoss, Mitch ain't. I need another week. Probably he's done told you, but maybe you're a little ornery about it, then I'll tell you. But I'll tell you in such a nice way. You'll say, man, I'll do 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So I'll just tell you in a nice way. Vice versa. You know, you're in the week 6 and you done did about half of the week and y'all just happen to come to Troy. And, you know, he'll say, man, I can take one more trip, but you can test them out and we may test you out. The main thing is for you to be safe. Mm-hmm. Your children, your kin people, your granddaughter, everybody's out there on that road. You want to be safe. Do not be a fatigued driver. Do not do that. Do not drive fatigued. I'm talking about when you're in your training. Anytime, but I mean even in your training. If you don't drove 5 hours and you're so fatigued you can't do it, tell your trainer. Because it will take you a little time to get used to just sitting there driving. Because I let the trainers make the rules. I don't know what he'll be letting you listen to the radio. I don't know what to do. But I put smokers with smokers. I put non-smokers with non-smokers. I put ones that like pets with pets. It is a big process. Well, I didn't turn my phone off today. It is a big process with this training. It's a big process. Very big process. So we take it very serious. We take it very serious. Because that is a big piece of equipment. Yeah. That's a big piece of equipment. But the great part about it, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I got some trainers that's going to sure enough get you there. If you got the will and want to do it, I got some trainers going to get you.
How long is the orientation process to do all the paperwork?
The process starts on a Monday, ends on a Thursday. Put you in the Marriott. A lot of people come down on Sundays, but Thursday morning you'll check out. I try to have you. What I try to do, what we, not just me, in the office, what we try to do is already by Monday or Tuesday, have you and that trainer communicate. Sometimes I go as early as once you're approved and I know you coming, and I already know who's gonna train you before you get there. I'll give you their number. I'll tell you and them to talk. A lot of times you can find out a lot about a person. You may call me and say, Hoss, I don't know about this one, give me another one. Or he may call me. I call it a form of friendship, of getting to know each other. What you like to eat? What you like to sleep, day or night? You know, how long can you be gone? Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's a great time to get acquainted with your trainer. Something we've started doing, and it's been real successful.
And the freight that Wiley Sanders carries is no-touch freight, right?
No touch freight. I don't want your back hurt. I don't want nothing to fall on your toe. I don't want your shoulder. When you get there, and that's kind of out of my league, but I can tell you how it works. When you get the operation, will already have a lumper set up if it needs lumping off. If not, it'll be on pallets. You say, my name is Mitch. I'm from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. There it is. And since you're on that, let me say something to you, because I've seen how you two have acted so courteous and so polite. Do that with the customer.
Mm-hmm.
Be polite. Be courteous. That's going to get you further than. I was supposed to be unloaded at 9 o'clock, and it's 9:30, and ain't nobody came to see me. I ain't going to sit around here all day. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
Yeah, make you sit longer.
I'm going to let you figure that out. Don't do that. If I called you and I wanted a catering price, say I had a large amount of people, you know, and I was talking really, really nice, and maybe I wanted something a little special that you normally don't do, but I've been so nice. You say, yeah, Mr. Bennett, I'll do that for you. But then if I called you and I said, I got 300 people, and I want red and white, and I want it at 9 o'clock. You'd be like, you may need to get somebody else. And so that's what I was saying. It's just with anything. It's just with anything. Just your attitude controls your altitude. It's just true. It's just a true saying. And at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we believe in putting God and family first. When you have a mindset, see, I'm not worried about how you feel that I treat you. That's not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is how God feels that I treat you. So if I treat you in a way that He's pleased, you'll automatically be pleased. And it's a simple concept that means so much going down the road. See, when I look at him, I look at two drivers. I got to win him over, and then I got to get him to win his son over. I'm gonna tell you that's I tell people all the time. My phone number, it ain't no secret. I call it out on the radio. I call it out anywhere. I tell people this is how I eat.
Do you have teams at Wiley Sanders?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me tell you, you got some good questions. You tell you was a lawyer. You have some good questions. You tell you was a lawyer. One of the things about teams, we don't, I guess I use the word creative. We don't say, you're an instructor, y'all gonna be on the team. We don't do that. Just like you just said, you say, hey man, I wanna run team. My son wants to come over, we're gonna run team. Fine, y'all do that. A lot of times what happens is people you've been together 6 weeks. People get into class and they meet somebody and they get along good with them. They say, hey man, we get out of this, let's run team. We're not against that. You know, we're not against that. That's fine. Once both of you get your training, y'all, I mean, it's happened a lot of times. We have people that do this. And sometimes a husband and wife. They'll run team a little while, and they'll split up a little while. I can honestly tell you, if you can't make a living and you can't make it at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, I'm worried about you in the trucking field. I tell people all the time, we're big enough to get you anything you need, small enough to know your name. You're not just a number. There's a lot of trucking companies, and I dare not say, well, you'll never hear me say another trucking company's name. But there's a lot of trucking companies, you're numbered as 4403. You call in and they don't say nothing but 4403. You know.
Yeah.
And
And Wiley Sanders has been around since 1959.
it ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stomp my foot every time I say it. It ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. I've been blessed. God has been good to me. I worked a decade with the Father. Part of me wants to work a decade with the Son. Another part of me says, maybe it's time for me to go. But I don't know. But it's been nice. It's been a nice ride. I had a lot of fun. Work around a bunch of good people. You'll meet some of these people today. You'll hear us interact with each other. You'll know that these people have been knowing each other a long time. And I'm gonna do it again at lunch today. But I take my hat off to you guys, instructor. A lot of schools don't do what he does. I do not make a date with Trinity. They call me. They tell me they got some people coming. I have an open invitation to them. And I have to be careful because I deal with a lot of schools, but tremendously satisfied with their students. And I'm not just saying that because they sit there. I'm just saying that because the records show that. I tell you, like, I'm a lawyer right there.
They awesome, though.
They awesome.
Yeah.
And I've had people, and they build relationships because I've had people. When you can get where you can say this, you're not ashamed of what you got. I've had a lot of people that come with us, trained, drove a little while, but they just wanted something different, and they tried something different, and we still keep in contact. I have some of my students that go to Trenton and they drive for us, and they still drive for us, and they'll go by there sometime on the truck.
Yeah, when Wiley Sanders goes by the school, they all blow the horn when they go by.
Because they know, probably might be the one that went there, but they always know that that's our premier school. Mm-hmm. We come pick you up on the van.
And take you to lunch.
The biggest thing now in trucking is safety. They're cracking down, and we're cracking down too.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bad ticket. This is a bad ticket. I look at this like I do an accident. I look at this like I do an accident. It's bad. But we found out, and that's what that commercial was about. It's not only the cell phone, handheld device, period. GPS, anything that you hold in your hand. Now, Wiley Sanders, we've covered that too. On Thursday, when you get hired, I don't know nobody's financial position. We're not trying to get into that. But what we do want you to do is have a headset. So on Thursday, when you're hired, you are able to go upstairs. Because by then you'll have a driver code, you'll have everything you need. Once you get your driver code and everything, you can go upstairs and see Miss Rhonda. And we keep headsets in stock. And you can get one of them. They'll take it out your check immediately that day. Because we got a no tolerance policy with this. First time you get suspended for 10 days. Next time they terminate you. Because it's so serious, and it's so serious with the insurance company. So, that's out of our hands. That's DOT. So we try to fix it where you can't say, well, I just couldn't afford me a headset. I'm like, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can, because we can get you one. And stuff like that, if you're coming in and your headset is broken, but you're going to be there, say 7, 8 o'clock, call me before 5. I'm going to get that headset. I'm going to put it somewhere you can get it. Me and you are co-workers. I trust you enough that I ain't got to get you to sign this paper before I get you this headset. You know, I know I gave it to you. You know you got it. Come back on the yard. Let's get it worked out. But we're not going to hold you up, you know. Hey, Hoss, I'm not going to get there about 7 o'clock. It'll either be at night dispatch or somewhere where you can get it. If it takes it, I bring it back out there myself. I come back out there all the time. I want you to feel like that you're with a family and that you are part of this family. I can't tell you the driver's name that's in this phone. And they call me and they text me. I've been telling everybody here lately to text me. You know, when you get 62, they get all these Medicaid and all these folks calling you trying to get you this and that. And I have to answer a call because it could be a driver. And they done got one now, they use 372. That's a local number. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, hello, and it irritates me to no end. So I've been kind of like spreading the word, text me. And I've been swiping them away because it's irritating. It's irritating. Do you get them? You're too young to get them. You get them too?
All the time.
This man. Lawyer, what can I do about that? You big time lawyer, what can I do about that?
Well, they used to have the do not call list, but it don't work. You know, you put them on the do not call
They
list.
can still leave voicemail. If you block them, they can still leave voicemail.
Yeah. What's bad is they got the 334 numbers, you know, and you think it's a local guy
You
calling.
think it's a local guy calling. If you're in my business and your name is all over the radio and all over the TV, I don't know who everybody calls. I try to put my drivers in here as soon as I get one, especially my trainers, but I have been putting swipe to them. You know, I found out, and I'll tell you this look, because some people might not know this about the iPhone, but that little line across there, right there, if I swipe that up, my phone is free. Your phone will still be ringing. So that's the only joy I get when they call me is when I can hit them with the swipe. Yeah. But then, this weekend, I did the swipe on somebody, and a guy texts me. We got 3 minutes. That's what that bumping for. They know I get long-winded. But a guy texts me, and he was talking to me. So I told him to call me. He said, I have 3 times.
You keep swiping.
I keep swiping. And so that's what I'm saying. So you tit for tat. Mm-hmm. So I said, just like I tell everybody my number, I'm going to say, text me. Text me. You know, I'm gonna win this battle with them. And I got to the age where I can work on it with them. Yeah. I'm going to work on it. But they got me this weekend. That guy had been really calling me. And he wanted to know something. I needed to talk to him. It was so funny.
My kids got me into texting. All I do is text now. If you call me, I don't know your number, I don't answer.
Yeah. Hard to do that when you're the head recruiter, though. It's
Yeah.
hard to do it. But I'm going to tell you something about texting. It can turn out to be so impersonal.
Oh, yes, it could be.
I mean, you can say no, and you just mean to no, I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. Person read it, no. Mm-hmm. It's been great talking with y'all. I can't wait to get to the yard and we have a good time. But the man that's going to come eat with us, y'all tell him he told us off TV this morning. I think we got really 2 more minutes, but he said we ain't got but 1. Looking forward to taking y'all around and showing you our facility. And we're going to have a good time today. We'll show you some good old Pike County hospitality. You know what to do out there, ladies and gentlemen. If you got somebody and they need a job, give us a call at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Most of all, be safe. Most of all, realize that God loves you and we do too. Until next Monday, bye-bye. Don't forget about the reels for the little kids. Don't forget. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Wiley Sanders Truck Line state-of-the-art bunkhouse. Let me show you. Do you like it cold? Then set it cold. Got the spouse with you? We've got you covered. Sit back in the state-of-the-art bunkhouse and watch your favorite TV show. Relax, have a good time. After a long day, you can come in the state-of-the-art bunkhouse and get a great hot shower. Look how nice they are. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we keep it clean for you. Drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we put God and family first. We've been in business since 1959. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Woo! We got the trucks. Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, boy.
From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you, please don't text and drive. Don't, any kind of handheld device, do not do it and drive. Did you know it's 6 times more dangerous texting and driving than drinking and driving? So don't do it. Please do not do it. Be safe. It's summertime. Let's have a good time. It's dangerous. Don't do it. We want everybody to be safe. From Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you.